temple. So in our channel today we are going to see about Badrinath Mandir. Badrinath or Badrinarayana temple is a Hindu temple dedicated to Vishnu which is situated in the town of Badrinath in Uttarakhand, India. The temple is also one of the 108 Divyadesham dedicated to Vishnu, who is worshipped as Badrinath, holy sites for Vaishnavites. People following the Jain religion worship the temple and the idol belonging to Rishabdev, Rishabhanatha or Adinath, the first Tirthankara of Jainism. It is open for 6 months every year between the end of April and the beginning of November because of the extreme weather condition in the Himalayan region. The temple is located in the Gawar hill tracts in Chmoli district along the bank of Alaknanda river. It is one of the most visited pilgrimage centers of India. The image of the presiding deity worshipped in the temple is a one feet, the black granite deity of Vishnu in the form of Badrinarayana. The deity is considered by many Hindus to be one of the 8 self-manifested deities of Vishnu Mata Murti Kamela, which commemorates the descent of the river Ganges on Mother Earth. It is most prominent festival celebrated in Badrinath temple. Although Badrinath is located in the North India, the head priest or Rava is traditionally an Nambutri Brahmin chosen from the South Indian state of Kerala. The temple was included in the Uttar Pradesh state government, which later came to be known as Sri Badrinath or Sri Kendranath Mandir Act. The committee nominated by the state government administrates both the temple and has 17 members on its board. The temple is mentioned in the ancient religious texts like Vishnu Purana and Skanda Purana. It is glorified in the Divya Prabandha, an early medieval Tamil canon of Alvar saints from 6th to 9th centuries AD. The temple is located in Gawar hill tract along the bank of Alaknanda river, Chmoli district in Uttarakhand. The hill tracts are located above 3,133 meters, the mean sea level. The Nar Parbat mountain is located opposite to the temple, while the Narayan Parbat is located behind the Nilkant peak. The temple has 3 structures: the Garbhagriha sanctum, the Darshan Mandap worship hall and the Sabha Mandap conventional hall. The conical shaped roof of the sanctum, the Garbhagriha, is approximately 15 meters tall with a small cupola on top covered with gold gilt roof. The facade is built of stones and has arched windows. A board slightly leads up to the main entrance, a tall arched gateway. Just inside a mandap, a large pillared hall that leads to sanctum or main shrines area. The walls and the pillars of the hall are covered with intricate carvings. The temple points mentioned in several ancient texts like Bhagavad Purana, Skanda Purana and Mahabharata. The area around Badrinath is also celebrated in Padma Purana as abounding in spiritual treasures. The Mahabharata revered the holy place as one which can give salvation to devotees arriving close to it, while in other holy places they must perform religious ceremonies. The temple is revered in Nalayana Divya Prabandham in 11th Hand in the 7th to 9th century, Vaishnava canon by Periyalvar and 13th Hand by Tirumugai Alvar. It is one of the 108 Divyadesham dedicated to Vishnu, who is worshipped as Badrinath. The temple is referred as Tiruvattirashramam in Tamil literature. At Badrikashram in 1488, Srimad Shankar Dev composed the first war gate, Manameri Ram Sharnaki Lahu in Brajavali. Other accounts relate that it was originally established as pilgrimage site by Adi Shankara in 19th century. It is believed that Shankara resides in the place for 6 years from AD 814 to 820. He resides 6 months in Badrinath and the rest of the year in Kendranath. Hindu followers attest that he discovered the deity of Badrinath in the Alaknanda river and enshrined it in a cave near Tapukun Ghat spring. A traditional story arose that Shankara explained all the Buddhists in the region with the help of Parama ruler King Kanakpal. The hereditary successors of the king governed the temple and endowed villagers to meet its expenses. The temple income from a set of villagers on the route to the temple was used by feed and accommodate pilgrims. The Parama rulers held the title Bolanda Badrinath, meaning speaking Badrinath. The throne of Badrinath was named after the presiding deity. The king enjoyed ritual obeisance by the devotees before proceeding to the shrines. The practice was continued until the late 19th century. During the 16th century, the king of Gawal moved to Murti to the present temple. When the state of Gawal was divided, the Badrinath temple came under British rule, but the king of Gawal continued as chairman of the management committee. The selection of the priest is done after the conclusion between Garhwal and Travancore royal families. The temple has undergone several major renovations due to its age and damage by avalanche. In the 17th century, the temple was expanded by the king of Garhwal after significant damage during the Great 1803 Gawa earthquake. It was largely rebuilt by the king of Jaipur. It was still under the renovation as late as 1870. These were completed by the times of the First World War. At that time, the town was still small, consisting of only 20 old huts housing the temple staff, but the number of pilgrims was usually between 7 and 10,000. The Kumbh Mela festival held every year 12 years raised the number of visitors to 50,000. The temple also enjoyed the revenue from the rents owned by its various villages bequeathed by various rajas. During 2006, the state government announced the area around Badrinath as no construction zone to curb illegal encroachment. According to Hindu legend, God Vishnu sat in meditation at the place. During his meditation, Vishnu was unaware of cold weather. Lakshmi is considered protect him in the form of Badri tree. Pleased by the devotion of Lakshmi, Vishnu named the place Badrika Ashram. Hence, goddess Lakshmi was collected the Badri Vishal as Lord and the Lord Vishnu as Badrinath, husband of Badri. According to Adhik 1979, the place used to be Jam forest, which is not found there today. Vishnu in the form of Badrinath is depicted in the temple sitting in Padmasana posture. According to the legend, the Vishnu was chastised by sage Narada, who saw Vishnu concert Lakshmi massaging his feet. Vishnu went to Badrinath to perform Ashurati, meditating for a long time in Padmasana. The Vishnu Purana narrates that another vision of origin of Badrinath. According to the tradition, Dharma has two sons, Nar and Narayan, both which are modern names of Himalayan mountains. They chose the place to spread their religion, and each of them went the spacious valley in the Himalayas. Searching for an ideal place to be set up a hermitage, they came across other four Badris of the Panchabadri, namely Brinda Badri, Yoga Badri, Dhyana Badri and Bhavish Badri. They finally found a hot and cold spring behind the Alakanta river and named it Badri Visha. The most prominent festival held at Badrinath temple is Matamurtika Mela, which commemorates the descent of river Ganges on Mother Earth. The mother of Badrinath, who is believed to have divided the rivers into 12 channels for welfare of the earth being, is worshipped during the festival. The place where the river flowed became the holy land of Badrinath. The Badrikendra festival is celebrated during the month of June in both the temples and the Kendranath temples. The festivals last for 8 days. Artists from all over the country perform during the function. The major religious activities or puja performed every morning or Abhishek, Gita and Bhagavat Puja, while in the evening pujas included Geet Govind and Aarti. Practical and Vedic strips like Ashtoram and Shahasrama is practiced during all the rituals. After Aarati, the decorations are removed from the image of Badrinath and sandalwood paste is applied to it. The paste from the image is given to the devotees next day as prasad during the Nirmalaya Darshana. All the rituals are performed in front of the devotees, unlike in those of some Hindu temples where some practices are hidden from them. Sugar balls and dry leaves are common prasad provided to the devotees. From May 2006, the practice of offering Panchamrit Prasad prepared locally and packed in local combo baskets was started. The temple is one of the holy places where the Hindus offer abolishes to the ancestors with the help of the priest. Devotees visit the temple, worship in front of the image of Badrinath in the sanctum and have a holy dip in Alakanta river. The general belief that the dip in the tank purifies the soul. The Badrinath temple was included in the Uttar Pradesh state government, which was later known as Shri Badrinath and Shri Kendranath Mandir Act. A committee nominated by the state government of Uttarakhand administrates both the temple. The act was modified in 2002 to appoint the additional committee members, including the government officials, a vice chairman. There are 17 members in the board, 3 selected by the Uttarakhand legislature and assembly. 1 member is selected by the district council of Chamoli, Pauri Garhwal, Tere Garhwal and Uttarakshi district, and 10 members nominated by the government of Uttarakhand. As indicated in the temple records, the priests of the temple were Shiv assist called Dandi Sandhyasis, who belong to Namboothri community, a religion group common in modern Kerala. When the last of the ancestors died without an heir in 1776 AD, the king Garhwal invited non-assistic Namboothri from Kerala for priesthood, a practice that continues in the modern times. Till 1139, all the offerings made by the devotees to the temple went to Rawal, chief priest, but 1937, after his jurisdiction was restricted to the religious affairs. The administrative structure of the temple consists of chief executive officers who executes order from the state government, a deputy chief executive officer, 2 OSDs, an executive officer, an account officer, a temple officer, a public officer to assist the chief executive officer. Although Badrinath is located in North India, the head priest or Rawal is traditionally a Namboothri Brahmin chosen from the South Indian state of Kerala. This tradition is believed has to be initiated by Adi Shankara, who was a South Indian philosopher. The Rawal is requested by the government of Uttarakhand to government of Kerala. The candidate should be possess a degree of Acharya, postgraduate in Sanskrit, be a bachelor, well versed in reciting mantras, cat texts, and to be formed from the Vaishnava sects of Hinduism. The earliest wild ruler of Garhwal, who is the tutelary head of Badrinath, approves the candidate sent by the government of Kerala. A tilak ceremony is held to instate the Rawal, and he is depicted from April to November when the temple remains open. The Rawal is accorded His Holiness status by Garhwal Rifles and the state government of Uttarakhand. He is found and held in high esteem by the royals of Nepal. From April to November, he performs his duties as a temple priest. Thereafter, he either stayed in Jyotirmat or returns to his native village in Kerala. The duties of Rawal starts from 4 a.m. every day with Abhisheka. He should not cross the river until Vamanadvadasi and agree to Brahmacharya. The Rawal is assisted by the Garhwali Brahmins belonging to the village of Diman of Chamoli district, Naipa Dharmadakari, Vedapati, a group of priests, Pada Samadhi, Bandari, Rasoyas cook devotional singers, clans of Devastram, Jalvarya water keeper and the temple god. Badrinath is one of the few temples in North India that follows the ancient Tantra Vidhi of Stautra tradition, more common in South India. In 2012, the temple administration introduced a token system for visitors to the temple. Tokens indicating the time of visit were provided from 3 stalls in taxi stands. Each devotees to visit the presiding deity allocated 10 to 20 seconds. Proof of identified in the mandatory of enter of the temple. The temple is reached from Rishikesh, located 298 kilometers, that is 185 miles away from Devprayag, Rudrayag, Karnaprayag and Nandaprayag, Jyotirmad, Vishnuprayag and Devashini. From Kedarnath temple, visitors can follow 243 kilometers, that is 15 miles long, Rudraprayag routes or 230 kilometers, 140 miles long, Okemad and Gopeshwar routes. Thank you for watching this video. Do you like this video? Then like, share and comment to Fogi YouTube channel. And subscribe to my channel to get more videos. Thank you.